Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Paramount Perspective. Today's video is how to overcome procrastination, and what I will be covering are a few different perspectives on procrastination, as well as some tips and tricks for you to overcome it. Now, if you're like most people, just about everybody struggles with procrastination a little bit, unless you are like Robert California from The Office. He says, "Do I look like someone who would waste my own time?" If you've seen The Office, you know just how funny Robert California is. If you haven't watched The Office, go check it out. It's definitely my personal favorite show of all time. Go check it out. But let's get back to procrastination. So procrastination is a topic that's pretty close to my heart because it's something that I have personally struggled with. But for the most part, I've been able to overcome it, and I want to show you how to do that as well. As Tai Lopez says, procrastination is the killer of hopes and dreams. Let's jump into it. The first piece of advice that I have for overcoming procrastination is commit to a small amount first. The biggest challenge that I used to have was just starting, especially when it came to longer tasks such as essays. Oh my gosh, I was so bad at procrastination when it came to essays. I would procrastinate until the very last minute, pretty much get no sleep that night, do the essays. For some reason, I just had a really hard time starting, but once I started, I was able to go, and I was like, why didn't I just start sooner? All right, so I'm going to have a perspective switch for you right now, and that is I want you to dispel the myth that you need a lot of motivation to start. Instead, what I want you to do is just start. Commit to a very small amount first. Say, I am going to do 15 minutes of work on this. Just do anything that you can to start. Then what you will find is that motivation will likely come after you start. So once you start, you're not just going to do 15 minutes of work. You're likely going to just continue doing it because you want to get it done. But the trick is to just start. Don't wait till the last minute and let it build up. The second thing that I want you to understand is the concept of paralysis by overanalysis. And this one I got from Tai Lopez. Basically what that means is don't think, just go. And what I mean by that is don't think about every little thing that you have to do in order to complete the assignment. Yes, it's good to have a plan, but you don't want to map out the entire plan in your head because it's going to associate too much pain with the activity for you in your mind, and you're not likely going to start. So let me give you an example of going to the gym. Let's say when you wake up, you say, all right, today I'm going to go to the gym. I have to get dressed, then I have to drink some water, eat some breakfast so I can have some energy. Then I have to go to the gym, drive 15 minutes. Then when I get there, I have to put my stuff in the locker, stretch before I work out. Then I have to work out for an hour, train my muscles and feel all the pain of working out. Then I have to drive back home that 10 minutes. Then I have to take a shower, have my protein shakes and get lunch, and then I can go on with my normal day. Now that sounds pretty painful, doesn't it? Wouldn't it be much easier and less painful if you were to just say, I'm going to go to the gym, then you stop thinking about it there, and then you just do the necessary activities when they pop up? You see, paralysis by overanalysis means that you might just be overthinking every little thing and planning out way too far in advance, and therefore you're never going to start because you're thinking about all the pain up front. A third way to overcome procrastination is to develop a mindset shift, which is turn on your logical brain and turn off your emotional brain. This one I got from Tony Robbins. He's the author of Awaken the Giant. It's one of my favorite books. Has a lot of good stuff to offer. They don't just talk about procrastination, but procrastination and getting on with your goals is one of the main things that they talk about. And they explain that most people think with their emotional brain. And they think of procrastination as they just want to avoid pain, right? They want to put it off, avoid the pain of doing it now. But what I want you to do is I want you to turn on your logical brain. Do a kind of a comparative analysis here. Say to yourself, would doing it now be more or less painful than doing it later? And the answer almost always is that the pain of doing it right now is less. One, because you're going to be less time crunched. Two, you're going to have less stress and anxiety because you didn't put it off. And number three, it's going to free up your mind to do other things and focus on other things. You don't want to have a bunch of mental clutter, have a bunch of tasks stack up in your life. You want to get stuff done. You want to realize that the pain of doing it now is less in most cases. If it isn't, procrastinate it. But if it is less right now, do it now. The last 2 tips I have for you on avoiding procrastination falls under the category of common sense, but not a lot of people follow it. Those 2 tips are change your environment, and number 2 is turn on Do Not Disturb on your phone. So as you guys know, phones can be one of the biggest distractions in your life. Just look at your screen time if you don't believe me. My screen time was pretty shocking when I looked at it for myself too. But basically turn on Do Not Disturb on your phone by swiping up and hitting that little moon icon on your scroll up screen, and then you won't get notified by anything unless it's super important that will completely remove the distraction of your phone. And then the first thing that I mentioned was change your environment. So why do you think libraries work so well for students? It's because when they go there, they're removing all the external distractions that they have in their life back where they live. That might be television, YouTube, friends trying to talk with them, friends trying to show them stuff, right? You want to completely remove all your distractions and then force yourself to do the work. That works very well when you're trying to overcome procrastination because you have nothing else better to do than just sit there if you completely remove all your other distractions. All right, so those are the 5 tips, tricks, hacks, perspective shifts for you on overcoming procrastination. So that was a lot. Let's do a recap. The first one was you don't need a lot of motivation to start. Just commit to something small first and you will likely keep going. Number 2 was paralysis by overanalysis. Don't think about the pain of doing something, just go. Number 3 was turn on your logical brain, turn off your emotional brain. Understand that doing something now will be less painful in most cases than doing something later. Number 4 was change your environment, and number 5 was turn on Do Not Disturb on your cell phone. Now, before this video ends, I want to leave you with a few thoughts. I do not want you to watch this video and then afterwards continue leading life the way that you always have. You clicked on this video because you want to improve. You clicked on this video because you want to overcome procrastination. You realize that procrastination is deadly. It can prohibit you from accomplishing your goals. It can prohibit you from accomplishing that dream life that you have always envisioned for yourself. In life, sacrifices have to be made. You cannot have it all. You either accomplish your goals and remove your bad procrastination habits, or you keep those bad habits and you fail to accomplish your goals. Which one is it going to be? I want you to comment below one goal that you're going to stop procrastinating on. I want you to start implementing these tactics so that you can live the life of your dreams. I want you to get to work on that journey. I'm Stephen Lawrence. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time.